Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Sean, this is Alyssa, Gus is in our hearts, and this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily. And we're back reacting to something that we've never reacted to before.
Yes.
This is a video entitled White Guy Learns Hindi in 24 Hours. Which I assume is like impossible, but I suspect
Indian locals.
He's picked up a few sayings and these sorts of things.
Because I don't think that's possible.
I don't
Obviously.
know. Now it says here
he's not gonna be able to hold a conversation.
That he attempts to learn to speak as much Hindi as possible in 24 hours and then goes to talk to total strangers in New York's Indian, Pakistani, South Asian neighborhood of Jackson Heights. So
New York.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's in New York.
Yeah, he's going to sort of like the Indian sort of, I guess, neighborhood and trying things out on people. So that looks really interesting.
We'll see how he does.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the comments here. This guy's like, hey, I'm an Indian and it took me 10 years to learn Hindi. So I thought that was kind of funny.
This guy is a robot. How is he learning these languages so fast? Kudos to him. I'm still struggling to learn Spanish.
Well, let's find out, I guess. I guess he's going to maybe share his process a little bit with us here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Good morning, everybody. It's Shama. Okay, so today I am going to be trying to learn Hindi in 24 hours. And then I'm going to be hitting the streets of the Indian neighborhoods here in New York City.
How much fun would that be?
Yeah.
My Hindi to actually talk with total strangers in the streets. So here, let me show you. I have tutors booked from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. 12 hours today. And 8 in the morning till 8 at night.
Whoa.
Tomorrow. I have no knowledge of Hindi right
He's
now.
going to do
So it's
with
spread out over 2 days. It's technically not like literally 24 hours straight, but that's okay. We'll give him that. It's still very impressive.
The learning portion is within 24 hours. So that does... Yeah, so he spent 24 hours learning.
I guess in my mind, I thought that it was like, I'm going to learn everything on Monday, and that's the only day. And
well, the initial thing seemed really unrealistic, so now it seems
this is a little more realistic.
The fact that he's also working with like tutors too.
At all, none, zero, and it's going to be interesting to see actually in 24 hours how much of this completely different language can you learn. The way I'm going to do that is just by talking to them and just asking how do I say this? Repeating. How do I say this? Repeating. And then just trying to figure out the grammar and vocabulary.
How is he going to memorize it?
Well, the video must go on, right?
One thing I would say as well too is that the system's working for him and it's fun for a video and stuff, but for anyone else having to pay for 24 hours of one-on-one tutoring, a little bit cost ineffective.
Also, a way that I think he can make it work too is he's probably going to learn the specific topics and conversations solely pertaining to those.
So the grocery store.
The little things he's going to ask them anyways. He'll be like, how do you say chips or this? And then he'll regurgitate that. So he also gets control over it because he's going to be approaching the people himself. So he gets to sort of start the topic.
He knows what scenarios he's likely to run into. So
just quit out now.
Oh, that must be the tutor.
First, a quick word from our sponsor. So you guys ever wake up one morning and you're just like, man, mere jude kharab hai. Yeah, I know, me too, right? All the time. So I got the perfect thing for you. It's called Vessi. So essentially they're the most comfortable shoes you'll ever own. They're made of this magical
look at the way
space age material.
I've seen shoes like that before.
Like a sock. They just slide right in, so comfortable. Also the material is super lightweight, and super breathable. When you're wearing them, it barely feels like you're wearing anything at all. It's
I'll take a pair.
Really nice.
With socks
I hope
on,
there's a discount code.
For really lazy people
sure there is.
woo! The really cool thing about these shoes though, guys, is that they're actually 100% waterproof. So if you live in a city like New York, you know about all these gross, disgusting puddles.
They don't look like they'd be waterproof.
No, they don't.
Material looks
it wouldn't have to be very deep for the water to come in through the top, but that's all right.
Because the material looks really breathable, right?
Did you freaking see that? It bounced right off.
It must be sprayed with some sort of water repellent.
It's space age.
So if you're interested in checking them out, go to vessifootwear.com/Shauma. They're also doing a really cool $40 off pay-as-you-go model right now, where you can choose how much you want to pay, and the additional profit goes to support a community fund.
Oh, I like the blue
so it's got sort of an ethical side too.
COVID situation. So yeah, help support the channel. Check them out. I know you guys are gonna love these. Without further ado, let's get back to the video. Come on, guys.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
Hello, namaste.
Namaste, Niraj. Nice to meet
Namaste.
you.
We're learning.
Without body.
That's what we say in yoga. So I guess it's Hindi for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Now I know.
We're learning right away.
Contract, you are contacting like that. It's like we're supposing we are meeting. Whoa,
Wow.
Namaste.
Oh,
Namaste.
That's
See,
part of the
Yeah.
greeting.
Getting right into this.
Yes, the part of the greeting we do like namaste.
So first we started going over Hindi's notoriously difficult pronunciation, because unlike English, the Hindi alphabet has...
I'm surprised he's also doing the alphabet because I thought he was just focusing on speaking Hindi, not really learning the alphabet.
Yeah, that's why I was concerned. I was sort of confused about, but I think
Wow.
it's mostly around maybe him trying to pick up the pronunciation. Now we should make it clear to the audience that we do intend on learning Hindi. We aren't doing. This is sort of our entry into the world of Hindi. We're excited. A lot of you guys have been weighing in and be like, "Hey, when are you going to learn some Hindi?" Well, the answer to that is like today.
I guess, yeah, we're going to learn a bit from this video.
vowels and 35 consonants, including a whopping 8 different T and D sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Duh, 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 duh.
We pronounce it whom because the N is nasal sound there. So whom.
The sound effect.
So I always like to start learning any language with some basic phrases that let you start a conversation really easily. Hour number 2. Let's see what I can say in Hindi.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Namaste, namaste.
That'd probably be about all I would remember.
Yeah.
Namaste.
आपको हिंदी बोलते हो?
मैं?
Aapko Hindi.
जी.
G.
जी, मैं हिंदी बोलता हूँ. और आप?
जी.
Little bit.
मैं थोड़ी हिंदी बोलता हूँ.
Oh, I'm so excited.
He's doing the accent
pretty good.
somewhat decent. Not that I would be able to know what it's, if it probably still sounds like so like
Stilted
foreign
to their ears, but yeah.
But it seems
To
like
our ears, it sounds pretty good,
yeah.
especially for an hour or 2 hours. Yeah.
बस थोड़ी
अच्छा.
मुझे हिंदी पसंद है.
सच में?
सच में
Okay.
सूर्य
He's like
Celia.
बोलिए.
playing for the thing.
जा रहे हो?
Where are you going?
अच्छा. कहीं नहीं. माफ कीजिए. Sorry. Well done.
Wow.
Wow.
That was so much fun.
That was like a mini conversation right off
Yeah,
the
it
bat.
was.
Hindi done.
How does he
Crazy. I
remember?
can speak a little bit Hindi now.
I am not as good as this guy for remembering
10
things.
more hours to go or something like that.
But I feel like it's hard. Like there's different ways to learn languages. Like I've always on my bucket list is to be fluent in at least one other language. I have family that's Greek. I've gone to Greece for like the summers and picked up a bit, but then every time I come back to Canada, I don't really practice it. And I don't know. I took French in school. I went to Quebec for like 5 weeks and we were supposed to just speak it like all the time. And I kind of learned a bit, but like the easiest way I think is to just like be in immersed in like area that speaks it and stuff. So even when I went to Quebec, like the students that I was with, like we were actually, there was a rule that you were supposed to, it was supposed to be like an immersion. It was supposed to be immersion because, but then like I was with people who were English speaking because we were all like a lot of, we were just, some of them were French immersion and they could speak it, but obviously everyone could speak English. So we would just resort to English, even though you could get sent home if you got caught. Like we would just speak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't full immersion. That was the issue. Like, I feel like if you're fully actually immersed, like it's way easier to learn, pick up. When we learn French in school, they teach us all the grammar and how to write it and stuff. And they teach us using English instead of just trying to like, immerse us in it and make us speak it. So
it's because it would only be immersion for like 45 minutes a day. So it's a little bit different than having like your whole day done.
Well, I did have a teacher that tried to sort of like switch the curriculum. So that was like going to be way more actually speaking focused, which to me is way more useful.
I'd rather start with that to have sort of the fun of being able to communicate with another
and then learn
ramp
the
up
grammar.
to the reading and the grammar. But you'd really have to talk to an expert as to the best way to do this. Because one way is to just learn the phrases, but the other is to learn the fundamentals. And so if you start with the fundamentals, then you can build your own phrases.
But then it's
when
like-
you just learn the phrases, you're kind of
but
stuck with what you got.
What it happens though is you're always going in your head English first, and then you're translating to like it's so slow. You don't automatically know the
I don't
phrase.
know.
They show it in the English, and then they're like, "This means this." So then you're always still thinking in English. You should be thinking in the other language.
I'm the last person to talk about language stuff because I hated French in school and I did terrible at it. So there you go.
Well, maybe Hindi will be my second fluent language eventually.
I have to eat really quickly. I'm actually eating Indian food. Gotta really live the culture.
Ah.
Now, the more languages you
He's emerging. He's emerging.
So, for example, it was very easy for me to learn how to speak reflexively.
Immersing himself.
I like Hindi is Mujhe Hindi pasand hai.
Mujhe Hindi
Mujhe Hindi
pasand
pasand
hai.
hai.
Hindi is liked by me.
To me, yeah.
Which is actually the exact same way you say it in Spanish. Me gusta Hindi. And if I didn't have that experience with Spanish, it would be much more difficult to me to understand like why that works like that in Hindi. Like it would just not make sense to me. But now it makes a lot of intuitive sense to me the way that Indians say like I like something because it's the same as in Spanish. Similarly, in Hindi, prepositions come at the end. So rather than in my house, you would say mere ghar mein, which is actually the exact same way you say it in Chinese. Zai wo jiali. But with a full 24 hours of time, I blew past most of the basic stuff I wanted to say pretty quickly.
Wow.
My tutors and I started working on
This
more
guy knows a bunch of different languages.
Yeah,
it
he
seems
clearly
already,
knows
right?
Chinese or Mandarin or something
Yeah.
because,
dynamic sentences involving different tenses and situations that were not things I could simply memorize. You, repeat the
The verb tenses, yeah.
So, you found yourself in an empty room. Like you saw where I am, someone kidnapped me or what, and you saw that you are in the middle of the ocean on a sailing ship.
Okay.
You find it out that it's a Indian ship.
Hum kaha ja rahe hain.
Hum Dubai ja rahe hain. Dubai.
Oh, such mein?
Such mein.
such man.
I will
Oh.
Such may really?
go America, please.
There, it's sort of like I don't know. I thought I've heard that song, that word before in different stuff we've watched.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, I know that.
Main America jana tha hum.
Kya aap terrorist hain?
Yeah.
No.
Like the forms are different. Like it's similar. Like because I do have like
Oh my
it's
God, we've got a bug around here.
it's just a fly. It's minimal experience, but still like having a bit of experience with other languages. Like it is, you have to get used to saying things backwards too. Like
Yeah, I don't wrap my brain
like
around
with the
yet.
terrorist, like are you a terrorist? The form might be more like terrorist. You are.
Yeah, I
Instead of
don't-
saying are you, like we have our order of how we say it.
I
So
always
sometimes
have
it's flipped.
I have a hard time with that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna be a slow learner, guys.
I think it's very important. You really gotta like immerse yourself in the culture and
Is that naan bread?
enjoy the food.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Look at this juiciness. Mujhe Indian food pasand hai. So as the afternoon rolled on and I learned more vocab and most of the basic tenses, my tutors started increasing the complexity of my sentences, though sometimes they were a little above what I was capable of.
Now we are moving to the future, okay? I will give
Okay.
one example.
Future
example.
tense.
I will go to his home tomorrow at the same time. Okay, it's so hard. It's so hard. Okay.
Okay.
A little bit too much.
Yeah.
Okay, मैं उसके घर
Jaunga. Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Oh.
It's just like
All
burnt
day.
out.
It's been all day. Yeah.
I've been studying. I'm like actually going crazy. मैं हिंदी बहुत सीख रहा हूँ. I hope that meant what I think it meant. I don't know.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
मैं भाषा ये सीखना पसंद करता हूँ.
Perfect.
Okay. Oh my god. 11 hours of Hindi.
11 hours,
You
I
know
think he
what?
said now.
You know what though? I have actually learned a lot today. I'll be honest, guys. This is a hard language. I don't know. And the teachers are sometimes looking at me like, "What are you saying? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you know what? We're here in the video and we have a mission to accomplish.
He cut his head.
Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ma'am, you know, the more butter you put on the bagel, better it gets. Let's do it, guys. First lesson of the day, 8 a.m. Got 11 hours studying today. Namaste, namaste.
Oh, it's the same guy as yesterday.
आप कैसे हो?
So he must be.
बहुत अच्छे है हूँ क्योंकि मुझे
Where does this guy
मुझे
live?
सीखना हिंदी पसंद है.
Did you take up with another teacher?
Oh, yesterday, yeah.
How
yeah.
was that? What did you learn?
Oh man, we learned continuous tense, present tense, perfect tense, prepositions.
Oh my God!
I
Grammar.
hated the
That
tenses.
stuff just always confused me.
Well, for grammar, but just how to use it too. Like मैं हिंदी में Indian food order करना चाहता हूँ.
अच्छा plan है.
Ah.
अच्छा plan है. So after my 6-hour lesson in the morning, I was so exhausted that I crashed and took a nap immediately when it was done. One of the funny things about Hindi too is that they mix a lot of English words in with what they're saying. So a lot
Yeah.
Like he just said plan hey too. Like I want to plan to make food or something.
Well, we know that they certainly slip in
So-
the English words because every time we're watching an Indian movie, they'll use English phrases.
And these guys, obviously, they're speaking
words.
like what is now. I'm assuming like modern Hindi just naturally has English words mixed in. Like traditional Hindi maybe doesn't. The same
Yeah.
as how like a lot of times they teach people who learn English. They'll teach them like proper old school like British English, and then people will say like my
and they introduce the slang.
Well, like my Greek cousin, like he would say specific words that like we would never really use. Like you could tell he learned like a certain like very proper English, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's the same way.
The right word to say is actually just the English with an Indian accent. So for example, the sentence, have you ever tried American food before? Is kya apne American food kaya hai? Pronouncing American food with an
American
accent.
food.
Yeah, American food. Got
So
it.
that
food.
afternoon, my conversations started getting longer, more complex, and more culturally specific. Egg chai DJ.
1 tea, please.
My favorite Bollywood movie, Dangal. Dangal hai.
So he used the word
India
favorite.
में Indian food गाना चाहता हूँ. ऋतिक रोशन बहुत अच्छा.
Hrithik Roshan.
Hrithik Roshan.
मजा गई है.
मजा आ गया बहुत बढ़िया बहुत great.
India में Indian food भी बहुत अच्छा है.
जी हाँ, इंडिया में ही रियल इंडियन फूड मिलता है.
Right.
आपका फेवरेट इंडियन डिश कौन सा है?
Oh, मेरा favorite Indian dish chana masala है और naan है. Chana masala बहुत tasty है. So it was almost time to wrap
Bahut
up my
tasty.
last
Lots of English
today,
words
but
in
before I
there.
left, I just had one last question for my tutor. It's 5 a.m. in India?
Yeah, it's 5-9 in India.
Wow. So you've been working from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. The night shift.
Yeah, from 2:30 to 5:30.
Wow.
Wow.
जी हाँ, मैं दिन में सोता हूँ.
Wow. Well, guys, 24
It
hours.
like makes me want to do like a course or get a tutor or something.
Hindi challenge. Look at that freaking 24-hour Hindi challenge, baby. And tomorrow, I'm gonna take it to the streets of New York City, see if we can actually speak to people, total strangers, in real Hindi, and I'm so excited.
The part we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
All right, guys, here we go. If you can't tell, I'm super nervous right now. Oh my God, I've studied Hindi for less than 24 hours. Now we're in Jackson Heights, which
He's being modest. He knows.
is
He's doing great.
an Indian
He still
neighborhood.
also has to approach like strangers, and
I
then he
know.
might.
I can't believe I'm actually
And
I'm
has to
literally gonna
film.
Go
Yeah,
try
and
to
then
speak
he-
Hindi to people right now. Oh my God.
It's nerve wracking. It's different when he's
Okay,
with the
I'm so
tutor
nervous.
talking
I'm
to
so
them,
nervous.
right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so nervous, but we can do this. Surya, supermarket कहाँ है? Supermarket कहाँ है? Supermarket, yeah. Patel? Patel. जी हाँ. Okay. शुक्रिया. क्या आप हिंदी बोलते हैं? Yeah. Oh, Bengali.
Oh.
Bengali. Okay.
Might be able to understand Hindi as well. It said
Wow.
Bengali. Pickle sauce.
Oh, I want to go to an
Is that one
Indian
of the best
supermarket.
Do you know? Yeah, I was looking to get like some of this mango chutney stuff, but I don't know. I like the mango sour one. This one's mango, but I don't know if it's like the best brand or whatever.
Do they care that he's filming?
Chunky? Yeah. Oh. क्या आप Indian है? क्या आप Indian है? Yeah. Oh, cool. मैं थोड़ी हिंदी पढ़ता हूँ. मैं हिंदी सीख रहा हूँ. Yeah. क्या tasty है?
It's sour.
Sour.
He's speaking back in English too, right?
Cool. I might have to get this one. सुनिए. आपको क्या favorite है?
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, that one.
Oh, मुझे pistachio पसंद है. Where is cashew
She's
roll?
speaking Hindi.
Yeah.
Pistachio roll अच्छा है?
Oh, shit.
So many English words though, or
Yeah.
like words that we would use rather, you know?
Cashew. Yeah. Look. Yeah, coffee. Well, I wanted to get some coffee too. But
he's in English.
मुझे कुल्फी बहुत पसंद है, लेकिन नहीं जानता क्या best है. ये best है. Yeah.
I think best wasn't necessarily like, I think he just forgot the word
Oh,
or how
maybe.
to say that, possibly, maybe, or no, maybe not.
It's
I don't
really
know.
interesting
He
'cause-
might be resort. It's sort of like easy because it's not easy at all. But like he can resort to an English word when he forgets because a lot of
Yeah,
I'm
everyone
sure
he's
all these
speaking to
people,
pretty much speak English.
they all
yeah.
speak English anyways. So.
Yeah, it's fun.
But it's still
it's
he's like
a bit of fun.
He's saying most of the sentence and then saying one word in English, so it's still impressive.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very
I'm loving
impressive.
it.
Yeah,
Tell you what. Kesar pista.
saffron pistachio.
Yeah. सुनिए. ये क्या है? Chips. Chino. Okay. Where कहाँ है? $2 for $1?
Ah, she's so helpful. She's
She knows all the deals.
$2 for $1. Great.
oh, I want to go to an Indian grocery store now.
Yeah.
Being able to speak Hindi in the Indian grocery store is the absolute best.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
This is changing my life right now, especially if you love it.
She's going through
The best thing about the
freaking
Indian
space
grocery
tunnel or
store
something.
is just like the ridiculous variety of
His camera's so
like
funny.
bread,
It's like got the fisheye
Yeah.
going on.
and gums, protection for the entire family. Me squat, completely amazing and refreshing. They even have tooth powder.
Tooth powder.
क्या आसपास कोई Indian restaurant है? Yeah, good one. अच्छा है? Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks. Or
People
actually-
aren't in generally that they aren't that
Surprised?
surprised. They're just kind of like, okay.
Or like, oh, some white guy like trying to learn Hindi.
Well, someone in the
Some white guy that knows like 2 words.
someone in the comments was sort of saying something along those lines around that if you talk to a Chinese person in their language, like, oh my gosh, you speak Mandarin. Whereas the Indian folks are just kind of like, oh yeah, just give them the answer and let them move on.
That's funny.
Yeah, okay. How about, can I get ek chana masala or naan DJ? One chana masala, one naan? Yeah. The most amazing thing is like how you can just connect with people on a totally different level when you can speak your language. It's just it's just very like
Way
You
different.
have this
all of a sudden
common
all these
thing.
things just open up.
It comes with the
I don't know, I
culture.
just feel like all of a sudden just people like start opening up in a way that they wouldn't have before. It's really beautiful. So yeah. Catch you guys next time. Remember to subscribe. See you later. Bye bye.
Wow.
Oh.
There you go.
So yeah, check out his channel, guys, which is it's hard to say.
That one.
Zhao
Zhao. It's like New York City, so it's probably like Zhaoma
He's got
NYC or
characters there,
something like
too.
that. I don't know, but we sure enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Jeez, and so he certainly got a lot done in 24 hours. That's definitely something to be proud of.
Gives me hope. Like I think it's tough because all the like a way to learn too would be watching movies, but probably not having the English subtitles to just try to like watch the movie in the language, but then we won't know what's going on.
Oh my gosh, we've got a long road to go, but we do want to learn Hindi, guys. I know it's going to take us a long time. It's going to take this guy a long time. I bet you she's going to be quicker than I am. I've never been good at any second language, whereas it seems like at least you had a bit more of your
I'm
bearings
not as
with
much
French.
though. Like my sister and I grew up with our grandparents speaking to us in
Oh,
Greek
and
all
of
the
course with
time.
Greek, yeah.
And well, she picked up like I love trying to say the words and that, but like she could actually understand it like a lot more. Like I could hardly understand anything, which is way more useful to actually know what the person's saying to you in that than just like, I would just try to say the words because I was really optimistic in that, but she could actually like understand what they were saying. So I don't know, there's something missing in my brain too that's like not as sharp with
let's maybe, because I noticed we only got a couple minutes here till the camera shuts off. But maybe we should pose a question, because a lot of our viewers, at least at present, do speak English. They do speak Hindi. Is it harder for an English person to learn Hindi?
Oh, no doubt.
Or is it harder for a Hindi person to learn English?
I kind of already looked that up. And it's way, way harder for an English speaker to learn Hindi.
Well, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say.
And apparently it's like relatively easy, apparently, for like Hindi speakers to learn English. So, but let us know your opinion.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys say. Let us know down there in the comments. And if you want to keep going on this journey with us, well, then we're going to ask you to click that subscribe button. Click the little bell icon. Choose all from the drop-down menu so you can be updated every time we upload a new video.
If you enjoyed this video, please let us know by clicking the thumbs up button and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. You can send in recommendations to our email, irhsubtitles@gmail.com. Or you can post them to the subreddit, which is like a website where you guys can write on there, share memes.
Spoiler alert,
links.
We're thinking about doing a live stream, guys, where we're going to take a look at the subreddit, all the great stuff that's been posted there. Let us know if that's something you'd be interested in. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, we do have some donation links down there, guys. Every dollar helps us to keep doing fun stuff like this with you guys. This is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily.
IRH signing off. Bye, guys.
Love you guys.